Hello, people. RT here today. I think we're going to do a little carb swap action here. See if this 850 will pick up ET over to 750. I've had this 750 on here for three or 4 years now, and it's a damn good running carburetor. But everybody tells me put 850 on here, will pick up. I've run a vacuum gauge on it before, and it probably could use a little more carburetor, so we're just going to find out. So what I'm going to do here is do this carburetor as much out of the box as I possibly can. I'm going to just look it over real good. Sorry I didn't do an unboxing for you, but I haven't touched the carburetor, so I'm going to kind of look it over. This carburetor already has the jet extensions and stuff in the rear, so I don't have to mess with that. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at it here. I mean, it's a pretty decent looking carburetor. I like it's got sight glasses on both sides here. That's nice. See what else we got. The only thing I don't care for is this kind of finish in here. They don't really look the greatest, but oh well. I don't know. This one ain't better. Nah, a little bit maybe. Anyway, so what else we got? And you can adjust the secondaries here from the with this here. That's nice. I like that. Supposed to have 76 jets in the front and 84s in the rear. It's got I think 32 squirters, front and rear, supposed to be. Yep. All right. So I guess what we'll do here is I'm gonna get my throttle cable or throttle linkage bolted on here, get my fuel line on here, and we're gonna fill up the float bowls and put it on the car and see what happens, and hopefully take a little rip with it here after a while and see how it runs, see if I can, any problems, bogs, hesitations, whatever. Get it on there and get it tuned idling. We'll see if the mixture see how everything's set up, if it'll run right out of the box without touching anything. I know it's hard to prove that but I haven't touched anything on it, so you'll just have to trust me. I want to try and do this as much as I can. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is this thing, like with this carburetor, I had to put a 3.5 power valve in it. This has a 4.5 in it. Now with this carburetor, this thing pulls about between 7 and 8 inches of vacuum at idle. I don't know if this one, being a bigger Venturi and stuff, if it's gonna pull more or big. It might pull less. It might pull less vacuum. I don't know. I'm not a genius on that, so we'll see what it does. I may end up having to change the power valve, in the primaries. It doesn't have one in secondaries, but I may have to change that. But we'll see. We'll just see how it goes here. All right, well, I guess let me get this throttle linkage bolted on here and the fuel lines, and we'll get her ready to put on the car. We'll see you in a bit. All right, so we're gonna see what happens here, I guess. I'm just gonna try and get it, get it started, get it warmed up a little bit, and see what we can do with, you know, tuning on it here a little bit, if we have to. See what it does out of the box here on the car, and go from there, I suppose. Alrighty, let's see what it does. Okay, the front float, I don't know if you can see it, let's see here. That front float is way too high. The back one, it's too high too. They're both too high, so I'm gonna have to adjust those. Okay, so after a few adjustments there with the floats, we finally got it right. Floats are pretty much right in the center. I don't know if you can see that, but floats are pretty much centered now. So got that straightened out. Guess we'll start it back up, and we'll, I think she should be, let's see, what's the temperature of the, let's see our temperature. It's still pretty cold. So we'll start it up and let it warm up, and then we'll do maybe a little idle tune. I got to see what the air fuel is reading there after it warms up and all that. So far, I mean, I'll start it up here for you and let her warm up and show you what it sounds like here. Actually, not too shabby. You know, as far as sitting here, it doesn't seem to have any hesitation or anything when you gas it, but I ain't got no load against it, so we'll see. tires on the front ain't worth a shit. I should have changed the front tires. Oh well. Don't want to be going too fast, huh? She's pretty rich here at like partial throttle. Hope you can hear me all right. Pretty loud in here. Yeah, I definitely should have put the old street tires on the front. Yeah, Cruise is pretty rich. Partial throttle, low 11. Pretty rich right there. I don't know. We're warmed up now. So. Jet her down a tad bit. Real rich. I mean, it's running all right, pretty responsive. Can't tell much difference between what it was before. Boy, this thing is rich. Jet her down. For sure. Way too rich. too high now. Okay, guys, there, you seen, actually repeated many times by my dumb self that it was really rich. There in that wide open throttle, it got down to, one time it hit high 10 on the air fuel. So I'm gonna have to jet this down, probably 4 jet sizes, I'm thinking. That's pretty rich. It seemed to run good, responsive, and like I said, that's an out of the box. I mean, I really didn't do anything to it besides the float. You saw the float levels was way off. They were way high. But other than that, I mean, it seemed to be all right. Little road test there. Just pig fat. So I'm about done for today here. I've got to get a bunch of other stuff done. I'm gonna jet this thing down and just put my slicks on and go to the track tomorrow and see how she goes. See if I get how it runs. But try and get this thing tuned a little bit more tomorrow. I got to get an adapter for my vacuum gauge so I can hook up to the bigger port in there. I don't know what I did with it. This has only got one port. It's got, instead of having 2 small ones, it's just got one, for ported and manifold. So I need to get an adapter, a bigger adapter for and I know I have one, I just couldn't find it, to use, put a vacuum gauge on it to tune it and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it seems to be idling okay. The idle air is all right. It's pretty close where it's at, but I'll mess with it a little more. But basically, I guess it's just, wanted to show what, out of the box, putting on the car and running, and just a little drive up and down the road. Nope, nothing big. So tomorrow I will take it to the track and see how she goes. Excuse the road noise. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Road right out here by my house. Alright, well, I hope somebody got something out of that. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll put this together here and hopefully it's a decent video. I'm trying. It's going to take me a little bit. Alright, well, I guess I'll go now and get this thing all prepped for the track tomorrow. And also, I think this year, I've decided the last 2 races of last year, I had the passenger seat out and the exhaust off. That brings the weight down to 3,500 pounds, race weight with me in it. So I think I'm going to run it that way all year this year. If I need to drive somewhere, I can throw the exhaust back on it. Don't take that long. Just something else to, run a little better. Get that weight off of there, it helps. All right, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you. Bye.